The sky is supposed to be silent, or at least predictable. Thunder follows lightning, planes make recognizable roars, fireworks crack and echo in familiar bursts. But what if, out of nowhere, the sky itself booms, loud, deep, and unexplained? No storm, no aircraft. Just a sudden, powerful sound that seems to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. People have reported it for centuries, describing it as cannon fire, explosions, or even the sky tearing open. These mysterious sounds have a name: skyquakes, and despite modern science, many of them remain unsolved. Let's explore, right here, on History of Simple Things. Skyquakes are unexplained loud booms or rumbling noises heard in the sky, often without any visible source. They can shake windows, startle entire communities, and sometimes even trigger emergency calls. Unlike thunder, they don't require storm clouds. Unlike explosions, they often leave no physical evidence. And unlike earthquakes, they don't always show up on seismic instruments. The result? A phenomenon that sits uncomfortably between natural science and mystery. Reports of skyquakes date back hundreds of years. In the 1800s, people along coastal regions of the United States described hearing what they called Seneca guns, distant booming sounds over lakes and oceans. Similar phenomena were recorded in Europe, Asia, and other parts of the world, each with its own local name and folklore. Some believed these sounds were caused by underwater earthquakes, while others thought they were supernatural warnings or signs of distant battles. Even today, certain regions experience these booms so frequently that they've become part of local legend. So what could be causing these strange sounds? One of the most widely accepted explanations involves sonic booms. When an aircraft travels faster than the speed of sound, it creates a shock wave that produces a loud, explosive noise. Military jets are often responsible for these, especially during training exercises. However, this explanation doesn't cover every case. Many skyquakes occur in areas where no aircraft are present or at times when no flights are recorded. This has led scientists to explore other possibilities. Another explanation points to atmospheric phenomena. The Earth's atmosphere is constantly shifting, with layers of air moving at different temperatures and pressures. Under certain conditions, these layers can bend and carry sound waves over long distances. This means a distant explosion, thunderclap, or even industrial noise could travel far beyond its original source, appearing suddenly in a quiet area. Temperature inversions, where warm air sits above cooler air, can amplify this effect, making distant sounds seem much closer and louder than they actually are. There's also the possibility of geological activity. While traditional earthquakes produce measurable seismic waves, smaller underground movements or shallow shifts might not always register clearly on instruments. These subtle shifts could create booming sounds as rock layers move or release pressure. In some cases, researchers have linked skyquake reports to minor seismic events, suggesting that the Earth itself might sometimes boom without shaking enough to be felt. Another fascinating theory involves meteors. When a meteor enters Earth's atmosphere, it can create a bright streak of light known as a fireball. But beyond the visual spectacle, these objects can also produce sonic booms as they break apart or slow down rapidly. In some instances, people have reported hearing loud explosions moments after seeing a meteor streak across the sky. However, not all skyquakes are accompanied by visible objects, which makes this explanation incomplete. Then, there are more unusual ideas, some grounded in science, others drifting into speculation. Certain researchers have explored whether ocean waves interacting with the continental shelf could produce booming sounds that travel inland. Others have considered whether electromagnetic phenomena like solar activity might play a role in rare cases. And of course, there are always more imaginative theories involving secret technology or extraterrestrial activity, though these lack credible evidence. One of the most intriguing aspects of skyquakes is how localized and unpredictable they are. A town might experience several unexplained booms in a single week, only for the phenomenon to disappear for years. In some cases, entire neighborhoods hear the sound, while nearby areas remain completely unaffected. This inconsistency makes skyquakes particularly difficult to study. Without reliable patterns, scientists often have to rely on eyewitness accounts, which can vary widely in accuracy. Modern technology has helped shed some light on these mysterious events. With the rise of smartphones and social media, reports of skyquakes can spread quickly, allowing researchers to gather real-time data from multiple locations. Seismic sensors, weather data, and flight records can be cross-referenced to rule out known causes. In some cases, this has led to definitive answers, confirming that a particular boom was caused by a jet or a small earthquake. But in many other cases, the source remains unknown. Despite all these theories, skyquakes remain one of those rare phenomena that straddle the line between science and mystery. Some cases are clearly explainable, while others continue to puzzle experts. They remind us that even in a world filled with advanced technology and scientific understanding, there are still sounds in the sky that we can't fully explain. So the next time you hear an unexpected boom overhead, one that doesn't match thunder, aircraft, or anything familiar, consider the possibility that you've just experienced a skyquake. It's a strange and humbling reminder that our planet is full of hidden forces, and that sometimes the sky has a voice of its own, even if we don't yet understand what it's trying to say. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.